Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina of Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Pisces reading. The new moon in Pisces will be late Sunday night, and its ruler, Neptune, is conjuncting Venus today. So this is setting the stage for the powerful feelings and release of energies that we may be experiencing. And Venus will actually move into Aries within the first hour of the new moon. So this is a powerful time of beginnings and endings. Let's get started with your reading, Aquarius. The energy for you, the Five of Cups. This is a beautiful example of this energy of Venus in Pisces at this moment, and our ability to release feelings and emotions around regret, loss, grief, and the pain of failures, disappointments, heartaches, those opportunities that seem to promise so much in the past, but that did not come to fruition, and our desire sometimes to hold on to the belief that those were the ones that got away. When in fact, actually, the energy of Venus in the new moon is reminding us that we have what we need to move forward. And what you need is the greater sense of self-knowledge that you have gained from these losses and disappointments. Understanding more than just the deep understanding that you've learned about your role, the necessity of these experiences in forming who you are, but it's also opened up a greater sense of the potential promise of connections moving forward. So this is the energy that you are embracing at the time of this new moon. In the 10th house, we have the Page of Pentacles, showing you to be open to new ways of doing things, new ways of planning, proceeding, surveying the opportunities around you, studying those models of things that may be of interest or value to you, of significance as you look to new ways to build and create things. This is particularly relevant for those of you that are entering into a training or an education program. You may be, in fact, creating such a program for others. Whichever side of the spectrum you're on, you are clearly understanding, as does any teacher or leader, that you are only as powerful as your students, your trainees. You learn from them in order for them to learn from you. And this is a principle that you may be experiencing in this time where you are seen to be a go-to, a consultant, a resource of information, and you yourself may be consulting other fonts of wisdom, other leaders or authorities in your field or arena. In the first house, we have the Eight of Cups. You're ready for new significance, new challenges, new experience. You have gained what can be gained from the experiences of the past. And the reason that you're able to move on from these deep bonds and connections is because you are glimpsing a new vision, a more powerful vision. You know that there is something better for you out there. And this is something you feel as a result of your experiences, what you've learned from those experiences, and the benefits you've gained along the way, so that you're now ready to be successful, to pursue meaning to you. In the fourth house, we have the Lovers. So in many ways, you are in a crossroads at your home. You are in a place of making a choice or a decision about the opportunities or offers available. You're looking at every opportunity, every offer as a divide between your short-term gratification and long-term benefit. But you now have the benefit of experience so that you've learned how to discriminate between the two in terms of what works for you, as well as what is going to connect with your higher potential, your greatest good. Knowing now, as a result of experiences of suffering, of pain, perhaps of failure and regret, that you short-term gratification in no way fulfills the great potential for connection that you have, the great potential for achievement that is critical and is now forming a foundation for you. In the 7th house, we have the Moon card. The Moon card in your house of significant others and relationships is showing that your most powerful connections right now may be with invisible forces, invisible allies. You may be connecting with old friends, old family members, significant others through your dream life, through your meditations, through your prayers. You may be opening up to those experiences that are more mysterious to you, that maybe you did not understand the nature of that connection, but are open to all the ways, all the forces that you may not be able to see, but you can feel. You can feel the information and the richness, the depth of your own unconscious through the experiences of other lives, including the many lives you may be living in this one. If you're enjoying this reading, please like and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It helps me immensely to continue doing what I love doing. So thank you for that. The 8 of Cups in the 1st house is clarified by the Emperor in the 2nd house and the 9 of Cups in the 3rd house. Wow. This mastery that you are coming into, Aquarius. This is the area, your 2nd house of power during this new moon in Pisces. The ability to release and let go, to recognize opportunities moving forward is uniquely being harnessed by the sense of power, strategy, and a history of manifestation of experience in which you not only are able to utilize your best skills and talents, but to do that on behalf of others. It is the steps in this growth that you're experiencing, starting from the beginning, looking at supporting others who are starting at the beginning, recognizing how much you've learned in preparation for moving forward. Each step is giving you gratification and being verified by the way you feel, by your feelings, by the emotions you've gained from your experiences. As you're learning to let go and move on, you're moving into a place of completion, satisfaction, gratification at the steps you've been able to make on this path of increasing your value, creating greater comfort, stability, and security for yourself, and creating safety overall so that you are assured of your potential moving forward. The Lovers in the 4th house is clarified by the 3 of Wands in the 5th house and the 7 of Swords in the 6th house. You're definitely preparing in many ways to move on, and in fact it's through your friends, even your children, younger people, your peers with whom you create joyfully, where you work creatively, but overall find pleasure in what you do, in your ability to express yourself, knowing that your expressions only confirm the joy and abundance you recognize around you. You have done the work, you are doing the work to network, to do the research, to cast your eyes abroad, to desire to move on to bigger and better things for you. Along the way, you have learned and are learning the ways that you have sabotaged yourself. We can all point to ways in which we have felt betrayed or undermined by others, particularly those that we thought would be happiest as we find success or joy. But you're understanding that those can only find footing in your experience when you feel insecurity, when you are doubtful of your plans, your desire to move forward. As you ask for help, you are taking the information you receive, even when it isn't positive. You're sifting through that feedback in order to pick your battles as you move forward, knowing now that others' regard of you, particularly when negative, is not sufficient to stop you. That is no longer your purview, the satisfying or the pleasing of others. You understand that your vision is wider, is broader, and that these things only give you pause for consideration. Understanding that all feedback has value. The moon card in your 7th house is clarified by the Judgment card in the 8th house and the Ace of Pentacles in the 9th house. You're absolutely receiving a beautiful opportunity for abundance, to do things differently. You're preparing for this new by not only physically aligning yourself with new ways of learning, new ways of opening up, new ways of doing things, doing business, but you're also spiritually recognizing your own call to purpose, your own soul's mission, in that you recognize opportunities that may have been disappointing in the past, that may have been heartbreaking, that may have failed. And you're recognizing new opportunities now to redo those situations, those events, opportunities, or relationships in a way that will be successful and will acknowledge not only your purpose, but the purpose of others in the context of a larger plan, this larger vision that you are gaining during this beautiful new moon. The Page of Pentacles in the 10th house is clarified by the 7 of Cups in the 11th house and the Magician in the 12th house. Eureka. The sevens here are significant because not only are you recognizing the ways that you have allowed the sabotage of others to have internalized that, but you're also looking at all the many projections coming out of this sabotage, out of this hurt and pain that would provide you with the instant gratification that would assuage these feelings, that would make you feel better. The various options that are available to you that are not necessarily good for you, good for your long-term health or growth, that are not all equal. In fact, some of those options are frankly dangerous. You recognize that now, that short-term gratification is not going to do it for you. You have an opportunity for real fulfillment, for real connection, and you see that victory wreath here in one of the 7 cups. That is the Magician card. This opportunity to redo sees you as a new person, a new vision, a new level of growth and opportunity, a new empowerment to create what it is you see. I'm going to finish up this reading, Aquarius, with an oracle card from Soul's Journey, and I have worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. I'm going to leave this here for you, Aquarius. I hope that this has been helpful. I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.